What's the most important issue facing the country for you?
Right now,
You can pick.
the economy.
The economy.
Lots of troubles here.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything expensive. We need to reduce the prices.
The number one issue facing the country, is it healthcare?
Healthcare. I'd have to say healthcare.
Healthcare.
Healthcare, the economy.
Healthcare.
What's the most important thing facing the country? You pick.
I don't even know, but it's too many.
He ain't lying. Americans are airing their grievances as a new poll claims the government is the source of the country's problems. Joe Concha, Tony Katz are here to react. Gentlemen, good to see y'all. Joe, hit it off for us. Do you think Joe is going to turn this around?
I don't see that happening anytime soon, Lawrence, given that he will stick to exactly what he's been doing for the first 2 years of his presidency. And the interviews he did before, by the way, Lawrence, with all those parents of murdered children is very telling as far as our distrust in everything, right? We don't feel safe. We don't feel like those in charge on the federal level have our back. Instead, the perception is that many in Washington have their own self-interest, their own preservation, their own expansion of power in mind. Here's more from Gallup regarding trust in government recently, and it's telling, by the way. Just 23% of Americans say they trust the presidency. Think about that. Less than 1 in 4 Americans trust our commander-in-chief. Congress, it gets better, is trusted by just 7% of Americans. So the easy takeaway here is that trust must be earned. And when we watch the way the Oval Office and Capitol Hill operates, it's hard to get the pom-poms out and say, hey, good job. The good news is that Americans continue to trust small business, 68%, and the military, 64%. Those are the outliers, LJ. But overall, government is very, very scrutinized and looked at with a very curious eye right now because they don't think the people there have our self-interest in mind.
Well, they don't. And we just put up another poll up there, Tony, that shows that 71% of Americans feel like they were heading down the wrong path. Even still, they won't reverse course. And for the life of me, I don't understand. Is it because there wasn't a red wave that they feel empowered now? I just don't get it.
Well, so I don't think that's it. I don't think the actual election results change anything for them. If you're ideological, you will always do what you always did because you believe your ideology is right. But to Joe's point, it's not just trust on the federal level. They've already abused the trust in for example, the IRS and how it was used against the Tea Party years ago, how the FBI has abused trust. How about on the local level where we have prosecutors who don't prosecute crimes? Yeah. It's the idea that somehow there are rules for us, but not rules for them. Yeah. There's an onus put on us to do the right thing and to live almost a life of fear, but yet they're somehow able to act with impunity. That is the thing that has people concerned. That is the thing that is massively frustrating. And until that ends, really nothing gets better.
You know, if the Republicans can't sell a message with things going so wrong, I mean, I just don't. I don't see us recovering from this ever. Gentlemen, thanks so much for joining tonight.